Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, Stacey and I continue our long journey into Terror Lake Drive on the Urban Movie Channel as we review episode 3. New things are revealed about the characters. It seems like Corey is, in fact, the secret stalker who's wearing latex gloves as he types on a computer. What? Why is he wearing gloves? Maybe he's using the handyman stuff. Maybe the handyman was, in fact, bugging all the tenants, and now he's in there using his stuff to track his prey, which is Sam, perhaps.
Maybe.
I'm just trying to figure out why he sits in his own place then and in his bat cave of sorts and wears gloves and tracks this woman on the internet and she uses too many filters on herself. I was like, good Lord, woman, I can't recognize you.
Are you serious?
Yes, I was like, there's way too many filters on her and her son. I mean, you ain't that old. But so he's a stalker. And then you got AJ. Thanks to his grandma Nana, we are informed that AJ needs counseling and or he's off his medication, which could explain his looks of angst and anger management issues that his mama seems to be ignoring, apparently, if he in fact is on medication and in fact should have some counseling.
But he said he stopped taking it, whatever it is.
But that means the mama knows he stopped taking it, and she should know his aggressive tendencies as of late. I don't know what's going on. I do know he's looking for machine guns on the internet, which basically adds up to an active shooter situation eventually.
Right. So when she was talking to the cop,
Desmond,
when she saw the gun, she was like, "Oh, my son is not gonna like you." Is he not liking him because he's a cop, or not because of the gun?
No, because he's a cop. The
Understand.
gun made her ask the question, "Why do you have a gun?" And the answer was, "I'm a cop."
Well, this is Georgia. Everybody got guns.
So, well, she's from Baltimore. They don't have I guess, carry laws as free as Georgia. But I think that's what put her off. And then that was a way of introducing the fact that he was a cop, or let her know that he was a cop, I think. But they met in law school, apparently. So Sam is a recruiter / wannabe lawyer.
I'm so confused.
I thought she was in a drama class because her professor from Wakanda was not acting like any kind of law professor.
When did she go to work?
She hasn't been back to work to see that white girl since the first episode. I don't think she's going back to work. I think they just wanted to know that she's employed. I think they just wanted to establish.
I put so much into the I'm moving because of a new job, and then show the new job when she never goes to work.
And when did she?
But we always see her in class, but we don't. They never specify what class it is. We just gotta assume that she wants to go to law school.
Well, Desmond said, I'm going to law school because I want to be a lawyer. Eventually, I want to be a prosecutor. That's how we're going to make real change. And I'm assuming they're in the same class, and then they're trying to work for a project for the professor, which has something to do with a current issue. So I'm thinking it's a law class. So I'm assuming she's in law school also. But again, never explained. Well, why did she all of a sudden in the middle of her age wants to be a lawyer?
Right.
Like, what does she do now? What did she do before?
Do that in Baltimore? It'd be different if they said, okay, I got accepted to law school in Atlanta. We're relocating to Atlanta because I got accepted into Atlanta Law School. Okay, let's roll with it. But why the new job in the middle of a pandemic where she's recruiting? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, now you bring up the pandemic. So what kind of damn pandemic do we got going on? So
Apparently,
AJ's,
one that doesn't require masks because
unless you're
nobody
one of
wears
the
them.
unless you're the two black kids in AJ's class, because two of them was wearing a mask. It was hanging around. One kid was hanging around his face, and I was like, why the hell is he wearing a mask and nobody else is? And then this other black
That's
kid
not
behind,
wearing a mask.
huh?
That doesn't constitute wearing a mask if it's down here.
Well, I'm saying he has a mask on. I mean, you're not gonna have a mask on unless there's some kind of COVID something. Then you got like, then somebody said was like, oh, Nana was like, what about the pandemic going on? And I'm like, so is it going on or is it not going on? Because Nana don't want to leave the house because apparently she needs medication or counseling because she's taking a bat
And a new wig.
and a
Because it was like, I'm like, really? Is this a Tyler Perry production or like?
that's what you. Well, she did come from the OWN network, but as an actress, I'm just wondering why she's taking a bat to go get the mail in what seems a very nice neighborhood.
I know, and she was creeping like.
She was like, she thought she was about to get got on the way to the mailbox. And then they give you the impression that because of the pandemic, she's home retired watching, news all day, which got her all fucked up in the head that she thinks everybody trying to kill her or that. And then she opens up the scrapbook and we see the photo of the news article of an unarmed black man who got killed by the cops. Are we supposed to assume that's her husband? I don't know.
Whose husband? The mama's husband or Sam's husband?
I think Nana's husband. I think because it was a black and white like news clipping. So it was pretty old.
Okay.
So maybe her husband died by the cops, and maybe that's why AJ don't like cops. Like, are we gonna get into that? Or maybe it's the fact that his dead daddy, who's definitely dead, Gerard is definitely dead. He's definitely dead. Because AJ is only he and Sam see him, and no one else sees him, and he comes and goes as he pleases. The man dead. So AJ saw him at school. No one else saw him at school. He just left class. That's the medication. See, I'm thinking that's his lack of medication. That's why he's seeing his dad. So he's having mental breaks.
But why, when Sam was on a date with what's his face, Malik Yoba,
Corey, New York.
Instead of her saying, when he asked about the ring, instead of her saying, "Oh, my ex-husband passed away, and I just still wear the ring," she said, "No, he left us," right?
So I have a theory about that. I think she said, because even when she's also, when they were dancing, right? Again, you saw the thing, it said social distancing, and then they started dancing. So I'm like, is the pandemic going on or is it not? What the fuck what's happening? Like,
you can't sell social distance and salsa.
What?
You got to get up on each other.
Apparently they were. And then maybe that's the guilt. So her guilt made her see her dead husband at the bar. And then only she sees him as he walks across the bar, right? I was like, he's dead unless he walks up to both of them and Corey starts talking to him. Like, but the fact he kept on walking and no one saw him but Sam, and then she goes to the bathroom and he's in the woman's bathroom. I'm like, what? He's dead. But then their conversation, she's like, you chose to leave. Like, I had to do it or something like that. So I'm thinking she killed him. That's what I'm thinking. And that's her past that she can't escape. That's what I'm thinking.
This is a very confusing show.
I for something very short, it's also somehow very complicated at the same time because they just got like random shit happening. There was some old man sitting in the car watching AJ dance with Sam because once again she'd rather spend time with her son instead of spending time with a grown man. Like, why are we doing the shimmy? Like what are we doing with this?
At least he was sleeping alone when he peed on himself in the bed.
I thought that was sweat.
No, it was in the middle.
But his
Your
whole
butt
shirt was
sweating like
wet.
that? It was sweat here and it was wet in his armpits. Why was his butt wet? He peed himself.
All right. It could be. It could be. Maybe that's why I took the sheets away. I don't know. Maybe he got some things going on. Maybe he's not potty trained. I don't know. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to work through some stuff. Let's talk about Corey and his distance. Like he don't know a proper social like relationship shit. So they go running at the beginning of the episode. He guilts her into going for drinks, which she says is not a date. He says it's not a date. That's why she tried to pay. By the next,
the sipping stroke.
huh?
The sipping stroke.
So by the sipping stroke, is there a first official date? I guess. And he's sitting up there giving her the "my mama ain't shit, but Lisa, you ain't her" speech. And I'm like, that's a bit much for somebody you just met. Like, I would be like, he definitely got some mommy issues that I need to move out. But then he tries to become daddy all of a sudden.
Yes.
I'm like, he's all over AJ, trying to see him at the basketball court. And I'm like, how long have they been dating?
He brought him a dog.
And then he tried to take a family selfie with them and the dog. I'm like, why is Sam not seeing the signs of you need to back the hell up? Like, we ain't there yet. But he's like, man, I'm just trying to be in your life. I'm just trying to do right by you, bro. You went on 2 dates with my mom. Let you two work things out. Get to know each other first before you try to be my second daddy. Like, I'm confused. He's trying too hard. He's trying very, very, very hard. I don't know, man. So JoJo comes to see Nana. Want to see how she's doing. I'm surprised they didn't talk about. I'm assuming Nana co-signed for Sam's townhouse because that never came up again. And sometimes she's living in the house.
I have no idea.
All right, so we don't know what happened with that. How far is Corey gonna take the stalking thing? When are we gonna officially realize that Gerard is dead, or how did he end up dead? Desmond is gay, for the record. I just want to make sure we understand that. So they were having when Desmond and Sam were talking at school, working on their project. He mentioned that his boyfriend says that he's someone with big dreams or something like that. And I was like, oh, so okay, so he's gay. So I was like, okay, so he's not trying to get with Sam. I was like, okay. So now it's just Corey.
She was trying to get with him, but
Well, apparently she was looking for free labor because first she was like, hey, could you come over and move these? You help me move. And when Corey's begging to do anything for her, and now she like, why don't you come over and eat? No, yeah, maybe she was trying until that's why he had to mention it. He was like, I'm a cop and I'm gay, so like, you sure you want to be with me? And she's like, nah. My son don't like cops anyway. Let's get into that. Like, why does the son not like cops? Is this where the machine gun is gonna come in? I mean, how does he get up and just start looking for weapons on the internet?
Well, like I said, this is Georgia. You can walk into a Walmart and get a gun.
Oh, never mind.
Period.
Maybe he's gonna go get the strap at some point and try to defend his family. I thought that's how he's gonna step the court.
The Haitian slave ghost. Is that what he's defending us against?
Maybe the Haitian slave ghost is taking over AJ. Maybe he's slowly being possessed.
I saw a movie about that.
Which one?
The one that Chris was trying to make us watch.
That does not even narrow it down.
I can't remember. Remember we did The Strange Thing About the Johnson, and then that guy did like 2 more movies.
Yeah. So one of those 2 movies, you saying?
It was one of those movies.
All right, the one that was not that bad because the other one you said not the one with the Midsummer, not Midsummer, but the other one.
Yeah.
All right.
Hereditary. That's what I'm thinking about.
All right. All right, so we got mysteries. We got to figure out what's going on with AJ and his gun obsession / sweating in the bed. What happened to that cute girl he met at school? I mean, where's she at? Jay Lee, she's going to be in one more episode according to the IMDb page. There's a Dr. Christum, which maybe that'll be AJ's counselor. Maybe he'll actually go to counseling at least one time. Nova, Sam's white coworker, will be back in 2 more episodes, so maybe she will go back to work at some point. So we only got 3 more episodes. This thing needs to speed up because I don't know what the hell we're trying to do with this. This is very.
We still don't know what the terror is.
We don't know what the terror. I mean,
is it in human form? Is it a virus? Is it a ghost? Like, we still don't know.
It's all 3. It's the ghost infecting people during the virus. COVID's kind of there, but kind of not there. They're going to sip and stroke. You can't go to sip and stroke if there's COVID going on. It doesn't make sense.
But why are there social distancing signs everywhere, but nobody's social distancing?
And they're sitting out eating at the restaurant. They ain't wearing no mask. The temperature didn't get checked. I mean, what's going on? It doesn't make sense.
Maybe it's just all a dream. We're just watching her dreaming.
So maybe she shot her husband. He's bleeding to death, and she's holding him, and she's thinking how their life could have been because he had a temper, and maybe it got too bad, and maybe she had to put him down. I don't know. Maybe she's in prison for killing her husband, and she's thinking about how her life could have been. She's dreaming how her life could have been. She would have went to Atlanta because she wanted to go to Atlanta, and he was like, "No, you're gonna stay here," and things went crazy. Okay. We're just trying to find some meaning in this meaningless show. But it's not based on a book or anything, right? This is just some random shit.
I don't know.
I don't even know, and it's not even worth caring. We'll find out. So we'll see the rest of the episodes. Again, this is episode 3. We got 2 more episodes. That's it. Oh man, there's no way this thing's gonna speed up to a point that we're getting 2 episodes. We're like, wow. We had to wait till the last minute, but now it all makes sense. It all came together. No, it's not. It's not. But we're still gonna ride this thing out because we're committed. All right.
They may just pull a Fargo and just wrap everything up in one episode.
Maybe, but I'm sure there's not going to be any Wizard of Oz episodes of it. From that form, next week should be completely meaningless. Like just a whole bunch of some random adventure of AJ.
Yeah, it's just AJ and Sam learning how to do the Cupid's shuffle or something.
I was like, what are they doing?
I was like, why are we wasting time watching them dance? Like, what is this show about? Give us some substance.
I mean, man, I'm just jealous because both of them dance better than me. I mean, but I'm like, it's just not helpful. No, this is helpful. Anyway, Urban Movie Channel. You got our money, so we're gonna keep on watching and see how it goes. All right. Anyway, anything else before we say? All right. All right, guys, if you know what's happening in this story, please put it in the comments. If you got any idea how you think this is going to wrap up in 2 more episodes, let us know. What do you want to see? You want to see somebody die? Is Corey going to just snap and finally reveal his stalker nature and attack Sam, and then AJ is going to have to save her? Is Desmond going to come in and save his students? Is his fellow student, a classmate? That's what I'm thinking of. Is he going to come save his classmate? Maybe the white girl's going to come back and save him. I don't know. Maybe she'll tell you why she asked her to move on Terror Lake Drive in the first place. Maybe we'll find out that it was actually Nova who's behind the whole thing.
It's always the white person's fault.
I'm telling you. Maybe her ancestors were the plantation owners that killed the Haitian slave.
Okay, bad hair.
And now she's feeding the Haitian slave like the bodies and souls of other black people.
And dumping them in the lake.
And then she's getting the weave.
Well, Sam didn't have a weave. Now that mama of hers,
Mm. She gotta get it right.
uh,
She gotta get it right. I don't know what's going on with that hair. And just like a black mama, she like, I guess you forgot about me, baby, huh? No, no. AJ was like, no, I didn't forget about you, Nana. We're just trying to move on with life. It's like it's always like Nana wants her daughter to fail so they can come home.
mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is.
It's like, I don't want you to be successful, then I can't have you in my life. I was like, just selfish. Anyway, all right, guys. We'll see you guys next week. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like on the video, comment on the video, share the video. Let us know how you found us, how you found this show. Why you still watching this show? I don't know. Why you still watching us talk about this show? Either way, we appreciate it. And we will see you